In this video, I will tell you that why this week is very important for the crypto and stock markets, and not only this week but the next week is also very important. So without wasting time, let's get straight to the point. Before I tell and show you that why this week is very important, all the events and news that are going to be happened, let me first tell you a very important tip in trading. So this is very important that can minimize your loss a lot. So it does not matter what asset you trade Bitcoin or any Forex or any stock. Whenever you notice any gap formed right here, like for example this was a gap that was formed on 1st December to 4th December, and the most important thing here is that these gaps most of the time, 90% of the time, gets filled, not immediately but in some couple of time. As you can clearly see, this was created at 4th December and it was filled recently at 23rd of January. So yeah, more than a month. But what I'm telling you is, see, this is a gap. Whenever these gaps are formed, so it is better to understand that there are chances the market can reverse its trend to fulfill these gaps, either bullish or bearish. So whenever you see any indication that okay, a gap is formed, so there are chances that the market can again go bearish to fulfill that gap or go bullish to fulfill the gap. So when this Bitcoin's daily time frame gap was formed, then it was a perfect analysis that there are chances if the price of Bitcoin starts going down, it can go to fulfill this gap right here. And you can clearly see on 23rd Jan it just fulfilled the gap and then immediately reversed to the upside, continued its normal trend that was going. Why I'm telling you this is, if you entered short over here or over here, you probably would have placed your take profit somewhat over here at $35,000 or $36,000 because that is a very important level. But what happened? The price got reversed way early, and this is what I'm trying to say, that whenever you enter in a trade, do look for any gaps that are found, because the market's first priority will be to fulfill those gaps. As the gaps are fulfilled, there are not high chances that it will go again more down or more up. And as you can clearly see right here also, the market fulfilled the gap and then reversed to the upside, and those traders whose take profit was somewhat over here exited in a loss or with some bare minimum profits only. And that's what I want to say, because same happened with me also. I entered short somewhat over here and my take profit was here, but I did not notice this gap, and I didn't knew that the market's first priority will be this gap. If I knew it, then my first take profit will exactly be here only, because here is a minor support, not a major one but a minor support. And not only about Bitcoin, so here is an example of FinNifty. FinNifty is basically a index of top 50 financial institutions of India. So right here what I want to show you is, you can clearly see this gap right here, this right here, a bullish gap. So when this was formed, it was clear that there are chances if the market reverses to the downside, it can fulfill this gap, and the first priority will be to fulfill this gap. And if there are more bears in the market after filling this gap, then only there are chances it can go lower. But the first main thing for the market is to come at this level right here. So as you can see, the market was slowly coming down, and slowly means that there are not much buyers or sellers. It was just coming down slowly to fill this gap. And as the gap was filled exactly right here, the market reversed to the upside. So this is just an example. As you can clearly see, the market opened at 9:15 a.m. here with a big red candle, and after this opening, it was a perfect analysis that the market can come till here. And if I see any bullish reversal sign from here, then I can enter again to the upside, because as I told you, the first priority of the market is to fill the gap, and after that there are many high chances that it can reverse again to the upside or downside from where it was coming. So you can clearly see, after this red candle, a small green doji is formed that filled the gap. And if you guys know This is kind of a morning star pattern, but well, doji is signifies neutrality in the market. But if you want to take risk and if you want to enter early, you could have entered here easily and captured all this move, just like I did. So this is just a quick to so this is just a quick tip that I will be following in the future before entering in any trade. It can help you in minimize your losses and maximize your profits. So do consider this also and try it and back test it so that you are comfortable in using it in the future. Okay, so now comes the main point, that why this week is very important for the whole crypto and stock market, and not only this week but the next week also, because first of all, on 1st of February there is FOMC meeting, FOMC conference. If you don't know what is FOMC, it is a Federal Open Market Committee. It's a team of Fed. Some people gather and discuss about the financial reports of America and what to do in the future. And not only this, but the federal fund rates are also going to be announced on February 1st, and followed it by the budget of India. So on February 1st, the India's budget will also be announced. Well, this is not a major news for the whole world economy, but it is an important news for all the Indian traders, Indian stock market traders. So yes, federal fund rates are not that much important. CPI data is very important, because CPI data, consumer price index, CPI, that tells about the inflation going on right now in America, and that plays a very pivot role in the whole trading and in the finance world. I hope you know that. But federal fund rates gives an idea of what the Fed is about to do in the future, what they are thinking. Are they dovish or hawkish? Hawkish means that they will raise the interest rates, dovish means that they will cut the interest rates. So also on February 13th, the CPI data will get announced. Yes, the Fed will announce the CPI data. Most people are saying that this time CPI data will be neutral, or the Fed will cut the interest rates. So this is bullish for Bitcoin if the Fed remains neutral with the interest rates or cuts it. See what happens. So you all know that this week and the next week is very important. So do trade accordingly with your proper analysis, and I would suggest to do some fundamental analysis also. Search on internet what's going on rather than doing technical analysis. And also I will suggest you to not enter in any long or short position with high leverage. It is important to just minimize your risk and yeah, trade accordingly. Not only this, but focusing on crypto, this week a total worth of $240 million crypto will be unlocked. So these will be some DYDX tokens, some OP tokens, and some SUI tokens. These will be unlocked from their supply. That means they will be entering in the market and going to the investors and to the retailers also. So this is a very important news. It can be bullish, it can be bearish also, because it depends on the, as I said, the Fed and the FOMC whole criteria right there. So I hope you understand it, this video, that first of all my tip that I gave you to always analyze the gaps and take trade accordingly, because the market's priority, whenever it goes to fulfill the gap, then its first priority is the gap only. Okay, and also I hope you know that why this week is very important. So keep an eye on the dates that I shared with you and the events, and do trade it properly without risking everything, obviously. And yeah, this is it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you want to trade crypto, any crypto you want, Bitcoin, Ethereum, DYDX, any crypto you want, you can do that on Bybit. You can create an account for free and get $30,000 gift. Link is in the description and in the comments. I personally use Bybit. So yeah, this is it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.